Nag-1 to 3 ako nun sa jeep at ilang araw nang walang makain. Nung sumagi sa isipan ko na wala akong ibang maasahan kundi yung sarili ko. Ngayong araw, ibabahagi ko sa inyo kung paano ako nakasurvive na itaguyod ang sarili at pamilya ko, nakapagpaayos ng bahay, nakapagpatayo ng tindahan, at kumita ng halos kalahating milyon sa loob ng 6 na buwan habang nag-aaral pa. Una, ay syempre dahil may trabaho ko. Bata pa lang ako, naghanap na talaga ako ng mga paraan para kumita kahit paunti-unti. Gumagawa ako ng assignment ng mga klase ko, nagbebenta ng papel, o kung ano-ano pa. Pero unang beses talaga ako nakapagtrabaho was nung 17 years old ako, gamit yung pangalan ng ate ko. Pero nung mga panahon na hindi pa ako seryoso sa pagtatrabaho, na 1 linggo lang, umalis na ako sa trabaho. Hindi dahil sa ayoko na magtrabaho, pero dahil kailangan kong pumili sa pag-aaral at sa pagtatrabaho. At syempre, mas pinili ko na mga panahon na yun na pag-aaral. Pero ilang buwan lang, nung nag-18 na ako, bumalik ako sa pagtrabaho kasi bumalik ako na kumuha ng part-time job. Kasi hindi talaga kaya eh. Kailangan talaga magtrabaho. Ngayon gusto ko mag-fast forward din sa panahon na talagang nalugmok kami. Lagi naman kaming nakasadsad, pero nung panahon na yun, as in, lubog na lubog kami. And I had to carry my whole family out of that mud. And by the age of 19, I was already juggling 3 jobs, managing our household, studying, with the love life on the side. But then, the pandemic happened. So, yung company na main source of income ko, nag-file ng bankruptcy, and then dahil bawal nga lumabas, hindi ko na rin magawa yung dalawa ko pang trabaho. And then, yung katiting na ipon ko, naubos siya ng quarantine. And for some reason, hindi kami nabigyan ng ayuda or hindi kami nabigyan ng kahit anumang ayuda maliban dun sa 2 lata ng sardinas at 1 kilong bigas. Pero those series of unfortunate events actually led me to be exposed to the virtual world. And eventually, para magkaroon ako ng trabaho ko ngayon, which actually pays more than my 3 previous jobs combined, with less time, and nasa bahay ka pa. Pero ang main contributor talaga nun was actually my scholarship. And I know you're probably saying, talino mo naman, gano'n, naka-scholarship ka, hindi mo yan kaya. But no, I hate to break it to you, but I got the scholarship hindi dahil matalino ko or dahil I'm so smart or what. I didn't even graduate high school with honors. Somehow I just have this okay grades, and then I passed the exam, and boom, unexpectedly, scholar na. There are a lot of different scholarships out there, even in the Philippines, na hindi masyadong stricto sa grades, and wala ding exam. For example, merong ODSP ng OWA or CHED scholarship. I think wala atang exam sa kanila. When I received my scholarship around nung sa kalagitnaan ng pandemic, I really gambled on it. Kasi before then, I was actually waiting for it to come kasi nga I was already planning na bumili ng laptop. I've heard so much about the virtual world na at bahay ka lang ganyan. So I really got interested to it. Na nung dumating yung pera ko, as in yung full amount, binili ko ng laptop. And then yung natitira ko pang katiting na pera sa ipon, na 2,000 na lang, ibinayad ko ba yung 1,500 pandagdag. And then, I tried applying muna as an online tutor and then sa call center and ganyan. And siguro, pampalubag loob, I got hired in both of them. And I'll share with you next time how I did it. But seriously, I think the best way to have money while you are really studying or while you are focusing on studying is to have scholarship. I know for some na may mga scholarship na inaarugatan. I think that's sort of an extra income lang or extra pera pambili ng mga gusto nilang bilhin. But that, for the scholarship for me was actually my second life. Lagi siyang dumating kung kailangan. And it actually helped me then achieve some of my pinapangarap na. So when I first received my scholarship, nakabili na ako ng sarili kong phone and then nagpa-brace. I know that's not really the practical way to kind of spend it, but I'm only 17, and that's the first time I had a really large sum of money. And then the third thing is to teach people how to fish. I know, because I'm sort of like the breadwinner, you probably think na baka ako yung panganay, or baka yung mga magulang ko is mga matatanda na, hindi na makapagtrabaho or what. And for the longest time, I actually had this mindset na if I don't do it, no one will and no one can. But I realized that that's not actually true. I have an older sister and malulusog na parents. And I realized na baka I have to look at it differently. Baka need lang nila ng mental and financial support. And so what I did is naggumawa ako ng mga resumes para sa kanila, and then I applied to like different companies na feeling ko matatanggap sila and okay yung sahod. So first is for my father. So tinulungan ko siya mag-renew ng passport, and then I applied him to like different seafarer companies. And I know that sounds kind of a lot of work, but just joining a Facebook group actually did the trick. And after a few months later, he's now on a fishing vessel, and his salary goes to our electric and water bills. And then next is for my sister. I initially planned her na parang maging katulad ng sa akin na parang online na lang sa bahay, ganyan, na mas malaking sahod. But she has other plans. Gusto niya daw may ibang bansa. So I helped her with her placement fee, medical fees, and up she goes. Now she sends money para sa monthly amortization namin sa pag-ibig. And then lastly, my mother. I initially planned her na parang sa bahay na lang, alagaan na lang kami finally. But that did not work. Even now, she was a wild spirit. And I eventually kind of helped her get a call center job instead. And right now, ang pinoproblema ko na lang is yung pangkain ng gusto kong kapatid araw-araw, college fund niya, dibu fund, pang medicine ko hopefully. And I was able to free a lot of time as well for me to kind of relax and enjoy my 20s. And then the fourth thing is, of course, hindi naman dahil may pera ka na, okay ka na. Sabi nga nila, pag marami kang pera, pero marami ka rin namang gastusin, mahirap ka pa rin. So the fourth thing is, we have to handle our finances well. Kung lumaki ako sa napapaligiran ng mga milyonary, mga one-day millionaire, yung mga tipo ng tao na kapag nakatanggap ng pera, ubos agad. Yung mga hindi alam kung saan napupunta yung pera nila. And this syndrome was actually a struggle for me as well. Di ba nga, natanggap ko yung scholarship ko, ginastos ko agad sa cellphone, sa brace. Pero I think that this habit is something that we can develop, and we should. I started with kind of being more aware on how I spend my money, so I tracked it, and then how to budget it. And currently, I'm working on making my money make money for me. So for tracking expenses, some people might recommend like doing spreadsheets or writing them down and stuff. But I think the most convenient way to do it is to use a mobile app. My favorite one is called Wallet. It allows me to track my expenses as well as budget my money. It's like 2 birds in 1 stone. And for budgeting, I use this like really basic rule of like 50, 30, 20. So 50% for your needs, 20% for your like savings and investment, and then 20% for your wants. And I think that if you can't budget your money like this, for example, napupunta lahat 100% sa needs lang, I think you are in the wrong job. And I know because I've been there and done that. And next time I will share with you like some tips to get like your dream job or a job that is better than you have right now, and how I managed to get multiple jobs. And I will assure you that it's not because I'm good. And then finally, and lastly, is be open-minded. And I know tunog network marketing. I've actually done that as well, like 2 of them. But it did not work out because they kind of asked like me to kind of buy a package and that so that I could start selling and then do the network marketing thing. And I was really broke that time, so I wasn't able to get like the money for it. But although it didn't work for me, I do have like admiration for like network marketing people, because I think that those that really get successful to it are those with really good communication skills, which I currently lack. I also have other job experiences, and some even beyond my capabilities, because I really say no. And I think the worst one that I did was the so-called social media moderator. And it sounds professional, and it's even posted on like a group, on a Facebook group that is called, on a Facebook group named Part-Time Jobs for Students. So I thought it was legit. And then tinanong ko pa nga yung recruiter na ano ba yung ginagawa dito, ganyan. Sabi niya, gagawa ko doon ng essays, isisend ko sa customer, no, ganyan. So, sabi ko, okay. And then, we did this exam na, meron pa kang exam. So, sabi ko dun sa exam, I remember one of the questions dun sa exam na parang, if someone is sad, how will you comfort him? So, ako naman, talagang galing-galingan. Ako doon, deepers ako, ganyan. Tapos, ayun na, announcement na, so nakapasok yung lola mo. So, halos naman na lahat kami nakapasok. Pero yun na nga. So, training na kami, pinakita na yung mga tools and progress on ganyan, workflow. And then, nakita ko parang chat. So, isip ko, baka parang chat support. So, ito na, nesting na namin. And then, the first message that popped dun sa ano namin, sa parang message screen, was really, nakakasira ng nakaka-trauma. Pero I was literally staring at my screen the whole time kasi I was really shocked kasi ang bata ko pa rin noon na parang wala pa ako kamuwang-muwang. And so kinlose ko yung window kasi baka may makakita na parang, uy, ba't may ganito ka message, ganyan, mapagkamalan pa akong ano. Pero nagpo-pop pa rin siya, ang dami. So, tas sinashot na ako nung parang leader namin na parang ba't hindi pa daw ako nagre-reply, nagtatouch, wala pa daw ako, kasi iba, ang dami na daw, ganyan. So, parang ako sabi ko, sige, try ko nga isa pa ulit. Buti na lang yung sumunod, medyo hindi na ganun kalala. Sabi niya lang doon na, I want to be beside you. So, ako naman, wala akong maisip talaga. Sabi ko lang, me too. Tapos after ko na nalagay yun, as in, parang hindi na talaga siya masikmura. So, nag-chat na ako dun sa leader namin. Sabi ko, ayoko na, tigil ko na to. Sabi ko, bata pa ako, hindi ako marunong, ganito ganyan. Sabi mo naman sa akin, stay ka lang, tuturuan kita. Pero, my point here is, be open-minded in a sense na maging open ka sa knowledge and experiences na makakatulong sa developing skills mo and to grow out of your comfort zone. Pero not necessarily be open to everything na kahit ibento mo na yung kaluluwa mo. But if you want to kind of hear more about my job experiences, like the mind-blowing and self-esteem crushing ones, be sure to like, share, and subscribe this to support me. Thank you. Today we learned that